We're going to bring Shaun King in after a word from FanDuel, guys. The NBA season is here, and FanDuel has an offer you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if they win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Shaun hit me up yesterday and said, Mike, before I come on tomorrow, I need you to play a SOT. So let's hear from Shaun King back in February.
Shaun, I ask you about a quarterback. I don't think we've mentioned his name one time on the show. Had a pretty good Senior Bowl week. What do you think of Dillon Gabriel?
I think he's a really good college quarterback.
But that's not going to translate to the NFL?
I don't, because I think his skill set only fits one specific type of offense. And that's going to be like that Art Browse Baylor system, where he can throw a lot of screens, where a lot of it, is kind of zone read, up-tempo, fast-paced stuff, and not a whole lot of NFL teams run that. So I just don't think he's a guy that fits in a lot of the current NFL systems.
Yeah, he got the black and white too. That's wild. Memory lane.
Where's Shaun? They kicked him
I don't
off.
know. I'm trying to find him. There we go.
Hey, Shaun.
Who do you think you is, Rick Ross?
What's up, man? Still.
Rose.
Still. Hey, so
you here to take a victory lap?
Hey, Rick Ross think he's Shaun King, dog. I'm the NFL player. Rick Ross just make music.
You had to take a victory lap?
No, I didn't want to take a victory lap. I wanted that shown for context, because I've said multiple times the pathway I would have chosen, but it was based on what the Browns did. Because they didn't choose the path that I suggested, now we got to get to the root of the problem. Maybe the most egregious pick in all of the 2025 draft was the Browns taking Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round. There's no way you can evaluate the quarterback position and have him rated as a higher prospect than Shedeur Sanders. There's no way that you can be an astute quarterback evaluator and think he was worthy of an asset as valuable as a 3rd round pick. They could have went Cam Scatterbo with that pick, and then instead of taking Dylan Sampson in the next round, they could have went wide receiver. Like, there are a lot of different ways they could have approached it, and you could have had Quinshon Judkins and Cam Scatterbo. And I say that because they ultimately drafted a 2nd running back anyway, correctly?
Well, they did, yeah.
We got to get to the root of the problem here. I mean, that was an egregious draft pick, and the die on the vine is very disappointing. And it's going to sound crazy what I'm about to say, but mathematically, it's possible. The Browns can still go 11-6. And when you look at the Patriots game, you look at the final score, never forget, the Browns got an interception. They had the ball with a chance to go up 10-3 early in the 2nd quarter.
Sure did.
The halftime score was still only, he ultimately, Dillon was late on the throw to the sideline. It was incomplete, and you missed the field goal. At halftime, the score was only 9-7. So I bring that up because, as disparaging as the outcome was, if you take the emotion out of it, they're still not that far away, especially considering that the entire division is in disarray. And if you win the division, you make the playoffs. They're 2-6, I think. 4-3 is first place.
Indeed.
So that's why I wanted that context. That was a terrible draft pick. Now, don't accelerate the mistake by continuing down the path that you never should have went down in the first place. It's time to go to Shedeur Sanders simply because he was a better prospect coming out of college than Dillon Gabriel.
Why is he not playing?
I really think the owner mandated that Shedeur Sanders get drafted in the 5th round. And Stefanski is trying to die on this vine that, what did he say, Dillon was the 2nd-rated quarterback on his board in the draft?
Yep.
Like, that might be the most, that's a fireable statement.
That's
for a guy that's an offensive coach, that's a fireable statement.
That's what we've been telling him.
Man,
you've been saying. But Shaun, how could you not?
At some point, you got to call a spade a spade. Like if I was in that media room and I heard the question that was asked, and sometimes it's not content, it's presentation. I would have asked him, you guys made a mistake on draft day. Dillon Gabriel is not a better prospect than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care how Shedeur.
Unfortunately, he wouldn't give you a straight answer. And hold on, let me tell you this. Yeah. And let me just tell you something. Shaun King don't care. Like he not jumping up on the couches like Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. Like when you say Shedeur Sanders' name, he keeping it real. Me and him done went back and forth. We talk about it. Sometimes he even make the people that rock with Shedeur mad. There ain't no bias.
Yeah, you're not sold on Shedeur, right?
Ain't no bias in his game when he's saying that Dillon Gabriel has never at any point in his entire life been better than you saw him at UCF, right?
But who thought he was better?
Absolutely.
The Browns.
These guys.
The Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns.
My thing is... But wait a second. Hold on one second. Just to confirm, if I remember correctly, you're not sold on Shedeur being a starting quarterback, are you? I can't remember now.
I'm sold on Shedeur being a better prospect than Dillon Gabriel.
Agreed.
Especially with the context that I still think Cleveland can win football games, and because of division, no one's ran away with it. They can get hot. This is the NFL. Like I'm just telling people, like, they play 17 games for a reason. Like, how many seasons do we see a team shoot out the gate and all of a sudden they sputter, or a team sputter and then get hot?
Yeah.
Like, it happened. And like to die on this Dillon Gabriel vine is, to me, it's fireable.
Well, it's sad. I'm trying to figure out how is it that he could come on here and say that the division is still up there and nobody says nothing. But when I say it, it's
Sean knows the Browns. Sean, the Browns ain't winning the division. You know that. Come on, let's not get crazy. I get what you're saying in theory.
So hold on.
Yeah.
What do we know about the National Football League? Anybody can beat anybody.
I say it all the time.
Right, but even
the Niners' entire team was on IR. They played a Thursday night game with a XFL team and beat the Rams at full strength.
The Browns would have to go 7-2, Sean. They're not going 7-2. They got no talent on offense.
That's not impossible.
I know it's not impossible, but what are the chances of that?
Listen, Harold Fannon's a weapon. Jerry Jeudy, if you give him the opportunity, remember James
Jerry
Winston,
Judy's been awful, though.
Let me ask you about Jerry Jeudy.
Sean, I love you, buddy.
Hey,
I love you.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying, guys. It's not realistic, but it is mathematically possible.
Okay,
and if I'm in that building and I'm the head coach, and that's not the messenger that I'm bringing every day, I'm not a good head coach.
I totally agree with that. Totally
if
agree
I'm in
with
that building, my team gonna believe that we can win 9 games in a row and go 11-6.
All right,
we can go 7-2. That's the coach's job.
That makes sense.
But
I agree.
I agree. They're not gonna believe that if you keep trotting Dillon Gabriel out when the guys on the team know Shedeur is better.
All completely fair. I think that's completely fair. You're right. And that proves the point. Sorry, Davis. That proves the point that when Kevin Stefanski was asked, are you guys all in on winning in this year? He said yes. That's a lie. They're not.
I'm just shocked that Sean say it, and it's the Holy Grail. But I say it.
Wait a second. Sean said he knows it's not realistic, but you gotta have that attitude. I agree with that.
He comes from a coaching perspective.
He's right. I agree 100% with that.
You gotta sell that.
Man, hey, Dustin,
yes.
What do you got to fire off here? Because we tried getting you the first question, and then
I was just sort of wanted to ask more about the offense because you came in, Sean, with spitting hot fire about Dillon Gabriel. And so I guess the question I had was like, okay, is this fair to Dillon Gabriel that he's having to play if he's not good enough and he's not
100% is fair. Look at the Giants. Look what the Giants offense looked like with Russell Wilson. Then all of a sudden they go to Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
They look better.
They look
more exciting. They look more explosive.
Yeah,
they look like they believe they can win games.
Jackson Dart was a first-round pick.
I know, but if you put I had a late first, early second round grade on Jackson Dart and Shedeur Sanders. I think they're very comparable in their skill sets. Very comparable. They both play with the same kind of swag.
I feel you on that, but apparently no other team even had a 4th-round grade on Shedeur Sanders.
Absolutely. That's the reality of it. But that doesn't mean that they were right. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round. The NFL makes mistakes. Brock Purdy just got $45-50 million a year. He was drafted in the 7th round. It wouldn't be the first time that a kid fell further in the draft than he should have. The thing is,
just one thing.
But don't keep compounding the mistake by being blind to the fact that you were wrong initially.
And maybe Shedeur is better than Dillon Gabriel. We'll find out at some point.
Maybe.
I'm guessing.
Not maybe, Dustin. Little league, high school,
say whatever you want.
Early college, middle college, late college. Right here, October 27th of 2025. Shedeur Sanders is better than Dillon Gabriel.
Okay, we'll find out. But in the meantime, we have an offense that can't score 17 points, and there's one variable, and that's the head coach and the play caller. And Joe Flacco is putting up like 500 yards of passing. Now he's got weapons, I know that. But to me, that's one variable that it's like, okay, this guy played here, and now he goes there. It's like, okay, what's going on with this offense?
So Cleveland, the way their offense is set up, their quarterback is going to have at least functional mobility for them to have an opportunity to be successful, just the way they're currently construed. Cincinnati's different because both of your outside receivers are super alpha dogs. So you can throw a lot of man-to-man, 3-step, quick game stuff, and they can create explosive plays. Then they've got a whole group of tight ends. And, that system is set up for an immobile quarterback because Joe Burrow's immobile. The Cleveland system needs a quarterback that can move around more. So that's why Flacco struggled because he can't move at this point in his career, but he doesn't have to in Cincy because he's coming behind Joe Burrow. So all of the designs in Cincy are for the quarterback to get the ball out quick because Joe can't move either.
Well,
I'm just saying, to continue down the Dillon Gabriel pathway, when the guy on the team in the same draft class is better, was better, will always be better, to me is fireable.
First of all, Joe Burrow, I seen Joe Burrow break for like a 50-yard run a year or two ago, so he got
on Madden.
No, he did it in real life. He did it in real life.
Do you want Joe Burrow running around?
Shady like that.
I don't want him running around.
Secondly, I want to ask you about Jeudy because Jeudy is a guy that's very frustrated. He don't even want to talk to nobody right now because he's so mad that he ain't getting the ball and stuff like that. How would you utilize him? What is it that they can do? Because it's like last year, he was at a point, he was like a top 5 receiving lead or receiver in the league. This year, he's like bottom of everything. What can they do to get him more involved? If you was the OC, what would you do differently with Jeudy?
So first thing is the quarterback has to understand, and this is something that Jalen Hurts is learning. Even though Philly's been super successful, he's starting to finally figure it out, and you've seen the Eagles passing game take off. I would tell Shador, because I'm going to bench Dillon, every time we get man-to-man, the first person I want you to look at is Jeudy, unless you love the matchup with Njoku or Fanning. That's the first thing a young quarterback, it's the hardest thing for him to learn. When we get man-to-man, we got a guy at wide receiver that we pay a lot of money. We do it for a reason. He's got to get 10-plus targets every game in an offense like this. Jamar Chase dropped balls in that primetime game against the Steelers.
Sure did.
Didn't he? I saw him drop 2. But it didn't matter because he threw it to him 16, 17 times.
23.
Like if you aren't giving your top guy double-digit targets, then how can he be effective? Is it all come down to one contested target a half? Like you got to give him opportunities to be good. And if he can't handle it, okay, then we can say it's a Jeudy problem. But the Browns are getting a lot of man coverage because they've run the ball effectively with Judkins at times. So people are going to add a hat to the box to try and stop the run, make you guys throw the ball. You got to give him opportunities when you get man to be great.
Shaun, Josh McDaniels is not, he hasn't been a great coach, a head coach in this league. But the one thing that is undeniable is when he get an opportunity to get on them offensive coordinator sticks, he gonna scheme you up with the best of them. It was a master class. That second half, he came out there and he set 3-4. He was 4 or 5 plays ahead of people. He is a guy that looks like he adapts to whoever he got. When he was in New England, they had Aaron Hernandez and Gronk, so they was heavy with that. They had Wes Welker and smaller receivers. They was vicious with those guys. They ran the ball some when they had LeGarrette Blount. They switch it up. To me, what I see Kevin Stefanski, he seems to be a play caller that says, this is what I like to do. It don't matter who you are or what you look like. You are going to run what I run. Do you think he's an adaptable play caller? And is that and when you having younger guys, do you believe you need to be a little more moldable and shapeable in terms of what you run from week to week?
Well, to answer your question, I think Stefanski is overwhelmed. I think he should relinquish the play calling duty simply because he needs to be the head coach. I don't think he's proven that he can manage the game and call the offense at an elite level on a consistent basis. Now, should he have input? Yes. But sometimes relieving yourself of that allows you to do other things. Be a motivator on the sideline, like make better in-game game management decisions. As far as the quarterback adapting, sometimes you need a wild spirit. Like, this is why I think Shedeur actually might have some immediate success, because sometimes the play call ain't a good one. You look over there at Jerry and you send him a hand signal and you make something happen because we're getting man. Right? Sometimes that's at the end of the day, the quarterback is in control, no matter who the play caller is. Like, you do have the ability. Now, you might get yelled at and screamed at when you get to the sideline, but he can't say anything if it works.
Well, except when Bill Belichick got rid of Birdie.
You've got to give Jeudy targets. Like, you're getting a lot of man. I'm looking at the film. You should never throw the ball anywhere else in man-to-man coverage without first checking with Jerry Jeudy.
Well, to be fair, they had Christian Gonzalez over there. He's like top 3 in the league.
It don't matter.
My personal
opinion.
Matter. I just want to make sure I want to let you know. You talking about my neck of the woods. I'm just telling you.
Hey, listen. What's the hardest position in football right now to play at a consistent high? Corner. Right? So I'm going to put you, Christian Gonzalez, you, Patrick Surtain, you can go down the list. I'm going to make you guys make plays and not get penalties.
Well, so let me ask you this, Shaun.
They hold on every play, the corners, every single play.
Out of curiosity. And the refs call it.
Yeah,
out of curiosity, Shaun, what if you go over there and they pick you off? You going back?
Well, you ain't scoring no points no way.
That's right. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, you ain't scoring no points doing it the way they're doing it now. Like, you sound like somebody that told Terrence Crawford not to go to 168 and fight Canelo. You can't be great.
First of all, I would never tell nobody to duck no smoke, so don't ever put that on me. I would never say that.
All right, then. If I'm playing quarterback and you over there at cornerback, I'm telling you in the pregame, we're going to check you out. We're going to check your temperature today. We're going to say,
you say that to me, I'm going to be smiling. You say that to me, I'm agreeing. I'm please.
Here's what I know. Hey, Dustin, here's what I know. T-Push, here's what I know. Every week in the National Football League, I see great offense beat great defense in the secondary. Yeah. How many times you see a quarterback throw a great ball, receiver make a contested great catch, and the DB did everything right?
A lot. A ton.
I'm gonna make him make plays consistently. That's how you got to approach a guy like Jerry Jeudy. Make the cornerback make plays. Now, if he's doubled or something, you got to be smart. You got to be able to get through your progressions then and find a completion. But I'm going to Jerry like, man, listen, man, if I got to go against Stefanski, I'm going against Stefanski. Hey, listen, dog, I'm feeding you that pill today. Get a good night rest. Get some of that Pedialyte in the morning. Make sure you stretched out. Because I'm coming to you today, big dog. I'm coming to you.
I would play with that, Shaun.
Revolt against Stefanski.
I played it. Yeah, swing me the ball. I'm ready to go.
What you think this is? Any given Sunday? Hey, Willie Beeman out there? He changing the plays in the huddle.
Willie Beeman.
Hey, no, not in the huddle at the line of scrimmage. Let me ask you a question. When Shedeur was at Colorado, when he got in the crunch, who he threw the ball to?
Travis Hunter.
You know what it is?
All right. And what Travis Hunter do?
Win the Heisman.
You know what it is.
Make plays, right? They got Goldilocks down there in Jacksonville. He got the same problem Dillon Gabriel got.
No, he stinks too. Yeah.
This man is
He got a Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver. He won't throw the ball consistently.
Shaun King, you got a black and mild cigar. You the freak that black and mild. You freaked that cigar today, bro. Like you freaked the cigar. That's wild.
I got a question.
No.
Where are you sitting right now? Are you smoking a cigar at Lifetime Fitness locker room?
No. I'm a member of a high-end, real bougie cigar lounge. So
I was gonna say, is that a cigar lounge you're at right now?
Yeah. All these guys are rich. They don't wake up to like 10, 11
What is it?
o'clock.
What is that a cigar locker box behind you?
Look at him.
Oh, you're a beast.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's high living
Sean's
right
living
there.
large.
Yeah.
Oh, listen,
Oh,
man.
man.
Hey, listen,
Man.
Hey, it's also 9:15 in the morning in Vegas
Like,
where Sean is. So
Hey, man. By the way,
more respect to Sean for doing
man.
it.
By the way,
Somewhere.
Yeah.
hey, man, them cigars are strong, Sean. I thought I almost died one time. I said, "What is this?" Somebody done laced this cigar. I'm a newbie. I don't smoke nothing. I almost passed out. I don't know how y'all do that at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll give it up. That's wild work.
I'm telling y'all, hey, Browns fans, I'm going to send you a message. Just boycott the next home game. Nobody go.
Oh, Shador be in there early.
No one's going anyway.
I would tell you that
People
now.
still go, man.
No, people there. The game's on TV, dog. We can see all the games. You know, they got this thing called Direct TV. They got the NFL package. All the games on TV.
Yeah.
We
Wait
watch
till
it.
December, man.
It's not on DirecTV anymore, Sean. It's on YouTube TV.
Whatever it is, we got it. It's on Direct TV too. They got the package. It's in the 9,000. I think it started $95.50. It's on there.
Yeah.
I know
It's
you
still
still
on
dealing with
DirecTV
beepers
with
and
at the
stuff.
bars.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They have
He's still dealing with. He's still dealing with. He technologically challenged. He still got beepers and stuff. You did something earlier that's unbelievable. Is that the only call you got this morning?
Are you talking to me?
His phone
What do you mean I'm technical?
Yeah.
You're older than me, Sean.
Hey, come
not
on,
older
who
than you.
calling me? Like,
How old is he?
man, my phone over
Sean?
like 12 times since I've been on this segment.
Sounds like fun.
Flexing. He flexing so tough.
Hey.
He got one.
I tell
calling
people
me
not to
crazy.
call
Oh my
me.
God, my phone's buzzing. Hello?
Body. Sean, you're the best.
Damn, Sean. You're the one. Hey,
It's done. It's
I
over.
was right.
It's over. Oh, baby. Ain't one
Sunday
mixtape.
tickets on YouTube
Over,
TV.
over.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don DeMarco.
Damn.